Hey everyone, quick update for you on the gesture wheel system. So we got some new Logix nodes today from Frux and the Neos team, which is super useful. It should allow me to update the gesture wheel to support all varieties of controllers. I've seen some users already using these nodes to great effect. I haven't had time today to fully flow that through to the gesture wheel because it requires a bit of redesigning to cater for all those controllers, but I have updated it slightly. Inside my public folder, you can now find a gesture wheel folder. I'm going to remove this one. Inside the gesture wheel folder here, you'll see the original system, which is no numbers after it, and then 1.1 here. I've kept the old one just because I'm not sure, as with all things, when you change them, you might have accidentally broke something. So do double check, do take it back above your avatar. But 1.1 is here. And so 1.1 has one change and one change only, which is down here. It has a dead zone configuration. So for those who are unaware of how the gesture wheel works, if you go into the interaction nodes, input devices, controllers, there is the standard controller, and the gesture wheel still is using this. And if I quickly chuck in the host user, and then left, and then pull out the axis here, you'll see that this is 0 and I'm not on the touchpad at all. But if I graze the touchpad, it will have some values in it. So the dead zone here allows you to prevent accidental triggerings of the touchpad from triggering a gesture. This is more useful for the Vive controller, where it's easier to do that touchpad, and the touchpad is used for so much more things as the controller has less buttons. You can edit the dead zone here. The dead zone is the value that the X and Y here need to be greater than before a gesture will apply, and it applies globally to both the X and Y coordinate. You don't need to worry about those individually. I've left it as a default on 001, and that's because it was the value I could get when I tried to fool the system. So you'll see here we get, I on an index, I don't get many 00s, but there's a 00 there on the top. So that there would basically be oh, my finger is resting just on the joystick. It's done intelligently by getting an assessment of both values on the joystick, so that if one value is below the threshold and one value is above it, it'll still apply. Both the values have to kind of be in that range for it not to apply. Try it out, play with that value. If you find a good or better default value, let me know, and I can always update it in the public folder. Look out for gesture wheel 2 or 1.5 coming soon. It should support more controllers. Also look out for soon for a video on the new controller nodes. They're super useful. I took a brief look at them today, but I haven't got much time today. So index controller, standard controller, touch controller, Vive controller, Windows mixed reality controller. That's super cool. Let's check them out next time. I will see you later. Bye-bye.